Hello, everybody. I'm Avril, and I'm interviewing all the smart people in this world, and I hope to spread all the good contents to this world. Okay, today I'm gonna have a conversation with Sapphire, who is a top student, depression
No, I'm not.
survivor. You
I'm
will
not.
share her study journey and how to survive depression with us. She's a brave girl. That's great. Thank you for your time. And would you like to let us to know more about yourself?
Um, I think you pretty much like introduced me already. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just currently studying. I'm not working, just by the way. I'm not working. I'm still studying. Yeah. Current status is still
So
as a student.
you just finished your study in Singapore, right?
Yeah. I just graduated. Not literally graduated, but just finished all the modules. Yeah. Still waiting for my graduation certificate.
So what were your major when you were studying in Singapore?
Uh, Okay, it's a bit of shame for me to share this because I learned finance and I don't think I will work in financial industry, so that's why.
Well, you still deserve study. I think
Yeah,
many
still
of us.
deserves that.
Mm.
Yeah,
So what will you do for your spare time?
reading and writing something by myself, like poems and essays, and sometimes I will play instruments. Yeah,
Like,
古筝, guitar, but
oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe you can show us some your creation later. So for most of the students, including me, when we were studying in school, I remember that I just played with students, with the other colleagues, no, students, classmates. And we went out to play computer games in our times. So it's really
yeah.
hard to really self-discipline and study hard. So I'd like to ask you, what did you, to say, when did you start to study extremely hard? And what triggered you to study hard?
I think it's a bit kind of different situation for me because I am the kind of person who loves study when I was in a younger age. Like when my mom said when I didn't know when I don't have the ability to recognize every character of Chinese, I start to read and I just love flipping those books which I don't really understand. So I think that's why I am not really I'm not really a person who likes to play in computer games, and I'm not interested in games. And so I guess study is the only thing that I can focus on when I was in my study, like middle school, high school. Yeah, that's the only thing I can focus on.
Wow, that's very unique, very special.
Yeah, I think it depends on different people's personality as well. Because I'm kind of introverted and I don't really like to social a lot. So that's why I social because I need to study. Like I need to find someone who is better than me. Then I need them to teach me. So I only socialize for this, but I won't really socialize for computer games. I'm not really a game person.
Wow, I kind of find out why I'm so fast. Well, it's really unique because I noticed in school, like a few of my classmates, they also do the same. They just study all the time and they enjoy themselves so much.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so you are the number one, number two always in the class.
No. I'm the kind of bad luck student. I work extremely hard, but I don't really get a very good grade. I think it's because I'm not really good in math, so that's why like the overall exam, I was not really a like I wasn't really have a very good performance on that.
Mm. Wow. Um, I I feel like we have something in common because
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mathematics
yeah.
is also very bad. It's just really hard for girls, most of the girls. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Agree. Can't agree more.
Yeah. Can you share us something about your family members? Because you mentioned that you love study from the very little time. So that's your family member, like your father or your mother, who love study a lot. Just
I
curious.
think I think both of them do love reading, but not smart. They love reading. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't explain me. Yeah, I don't think I'm a smart person, so probably I didn't get the gene from it.
Yeah, I got it. You shouldn't blame
Yeah.
them. Yeah, it's just the gene. They try
Yeah.
their best.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, it's well, I think I grew up most of the time with my mom. So I think she educated me in her own way, which is quite, like easier for me when I was in a younger age. Because I think most of the moms, they will, nowadays there is Nejuan all over the world, right? And some of the parents, they just push their children when they were in an very early age. Like they just push them to do everything that they wanted them to do. But in contrast, my mom, she just gave me enough time and enough space to do everything that I wanted to do. Like she never pushed me to do anything that she wanted to force me to do. I actually got a lot hobbies when I was young. So she tried her best to satisfy what I need. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a great mother. Oh, wow, well, like my mom
Yeah.
beat me a lot. Huh?
I think the
Really,
the
it's
generation
very
is
hard.
different. Yeah, the
It's very
generation
hard.
is different. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
hard.
Mm, in my old time, the moms are always very anxious and they really hope their child,
Yeah.
children have the best performance in school so that they have lots of
Yeah.
faith when they work out.
Yeah.
You have a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
mom. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. My mom doesn't care about all this shit. She just want
Wow.
me to be happy, I think. Even though I got depression.
You have a good mother. Yeah, I the
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, before that, before going into the depression one, I'd like to ask, can you share how you study and how do you always keep a great study performance?
How I think that's some kind of like force of habit. It's when you I think it's like when you first go into, because I think I got kind of a good habit when I was studying. When teachers give me something, I will just have a procedure to do with them. Like I know, like I have to do some preview before the lecturer started his or her lessons, so that I know, like I have a brief understanding of what he or she is going to teach us. Then I can have some questions during the preview part, so that I can ask them when they actually give us the lessons, so that you can follow up, like follow them exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So you kind of predicting what the trainer, what the teachers will teach, and then you already solved the problem, prepared, got them right.
Yeah, you just have to got the feel to catch the key point when you do the preview. It needs time to make you do that too.
You mentioned that you mentioned a few times you said I'm not smart enough. But I think
Uh,
you are very smart. You are
I,
very
I,
very. Mm.
I think smart and diligent is different. Yeah, I think I'm the kind of diligent person, but I use my diligent to earn a little bit smart, but I'm not smart all the time.
I think you are just being a modest.
No, 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 no. I'm definitely not modest.
Okay. And to begin about your study in Singapore, can you share some story about how? So, what make you move to Singapore to study?
I think that uh, oh um, I think it's I think it's when talking about this, it's like we have to go back. Oh my god! Wait.
Okay, I guess she's busy. There's something comes up, so let's give her a little more time.
Oh, the connection thing. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the I just break up and everything just stuck. Yeah.
Oh.
Is it better now? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So I continue.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yes, please.
I think when it comes to Singapore, I think I have to talk a little about my depression thing because that's the origin of everything.
Sure, sure. Feel free to give
Yeah,
all the background information.
yeah. It's I have depression for 10 years already, including this year. I've like fighting this for 10 years already, and I think when I was in high school, I think everything triggered. You know, like it comes to a point and suddenly explodes. So I was trying to make some kind of suicide, and then I went to psychosis hospital. Yeah, and to take some pills to to do some treatments. Yeah, so that's why I was like resting for 1 year in total. So I cannot really go back to my high school because as long as when I stand in my school, I just feel the anxiety, the pressure just coming through like deep down. So when I stand in when I was like standing inside my school, all I can think about is to go to die. There is nothing worse for me to stay here, to stay there. Yeah. So, but my mom, she doesn't want to actually give me up. Yeah, because I'm the kind of person who love to study. It's just I put a lot of pressure on me myself that time, so it triggers. So then my mom thinks of, oh yeah, maybe Singapore is a good place because Singapore is safe enough for a girl. Because at that time I was very young. I was like not that young. I was 16. Yeah, I was
That's the
16.
age.
Yeah, so my mom thought Singapore may be a good transformation. Like the education there is good and the environment is good. It's not like UK and US. Suddenly you have to deal a lot of culture shock by yourself. And there are a lot of Chinese people in Singapore too. So then they thought, yeah, Singapore may be a good place for me, a new start. Yeah, at least I can forget, those pressure things that I had when I was in my high school. Yeah, so I just did. Then I just started to apply for the school there. Then I go. Yeah. That's
But
how.
speaking, you mentioned that during your high school, so all your anxious just exploded. So what caused about it?
Um, I am a perfectionism for myself.
You were
I want,
professional.
yeah, I want everything to be perfect. And at that time, I sadly got a kidney stone.
Oh, kidney
Kidney
stone.
stones. Yeah, yeah,
Crazy hurt.
yeah. And I didn't go to school for 3 days because of kidney stones. And when I came back, there was a sudden exam out of blue. They just told us that there was going to be an exam. So I just went to the exam because I rested for 3 days and I studied nothing. And And when there is an exam, there is gonna be ranking and grading, right? And the when the exam result come out, I was not the top anymore. I was the bottom. And I think at that time I cannot really accept this result, but I persuade myself everything will be okay because I know I got disease, I got illness, I rested, I didn't study, and I thought maybe next time I will do it better. But at that time I was like already a little, my mood is a bit down already. And then when teachers, when they see your grades like doing bad, then they will, one thing they will do is they will talk to you directly. Yeah. So there are several subject teachers who coming through me step by step. Like math teacher comes, and then physics teacher comes, and then Chinese teacher comes, history teacher comes. Everyone asks me about what the hell wrong with me that I didn't do well in, because I was in the best class, the best classroom throughout the school. So they cannot allow people who are, yeah.
That's so hard. You must
Yeah.
have felt a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So I feel like the wall that I built inside my heart is like keep shading, and then finally nothing. So everything just boom. Yeah, happen like that.
Made me feel like if I always in a really good position, suddenly drop. Like
Yeah,
it's like a pound of fish. Every time I always the first one to go catch the food, catch the food, and then one day I just fall behind, and it seems like all the others were
yeah,
laugh at me.
yeah. They do. They did. This happened to me too.
This feeling is very hurt, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So and then it, how the depression comes severe, become harder and harder.
I think it's during the time I drop out. I because when you study to rest for like 1 year during high school in Shenzhen, most of the parents will just directly go crazy because Shenzhen is a highly competitive city, especially within students, different students. So, but my mom, she doesn't really worry about my future, my career, my anything. The only thing she cares is about my own happiness. Because at that time, I can't feel happy anymore. I I was like, I got insomnia every day. Every day I cannot sleep, and I was crying. I was locking it myself in the door, and I just won't open it. And I think I also imbalanced. I have imbalanced diet. Like when I got mood, I don't, either I don't eat or I eat a lot. So that makes my stomach, stomach ache. Yeah. So and I know what's happening on myself. I know what's the situation happening on me. But when I realize that I cannot I cannot help myself, I feel sadder. I feel more sad. Yeah. So that's how it becomes more and more severe. It's because you realize you have this problem, but somehow you just don't have any way to work yourself out of this situation. This will make you feel more anxious.
So being the top student, what does it mean to you?
Being a top student, you ask what does this
By
mean to
then,
me?
by then, yeah.
Mean to me? It means nothing because I wasn't even the top student back that time. Yeah, I wasn't. When I got kidney stone and and I failed in my exams. So the teachers they publish every student's grades in the classroom. So everyone knows what's the ranking, who is the top one, who is the bottom one. so they know me. So they know I'm the actually bottom one. So they just count. So a lot, at that
That's
time,
so crucial. So
yeah,
crucial. So
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
How to
yeah, I
accuse
know.
this education system, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. That's why I moved to Singapore.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So, uh, at that time, people around me, they are the really top students, and when they see my ranking, and they just, because at that time it's like the first grade in high school, so we don't really know about each other that much. So when they actually see my exam results, they just came to ask me, especially girls, a lot of girls, they just surrounding me and asking me like, did I use some special relationship to get into this class? Because like what I mentioned, I was,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
they say that I use some kind of
no, that's
relationships to get into the school.
so bad.
they,
So
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and I was, I was pretty.
I can't
I don't
believe
really
it.
know how. Yeah,
That's, wow, that's really. Mm. Oh, so it seems like all the environment is making you squeeze you harder and harder.
yeah.
Okay, so and you were always I think you were always the top student, and then you suddenly dropped it to the bottom. It's really a bigger strike on you. So what happened later? And I don't see you as a depression person. Yeah, I think you're a very sunshine girl and very brave.
Yeah,
So
me
what
too,
happened
me
later?
too. A lot of people think that I'm sunshine, but I still remember when I first dropped off my school because of depression, and a lot of people around me, they know me, and they came to ask me like, why you are not in the school? And then I tell them I get out of the school because of depression. They say no, definitely no. They saw that it may be something else, but definitely not because of depression.
Yeah, when you just mentioned about people say that you are a very open-minded shiny girl, you were truly happy inside. I can feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool. So what happened later and helped you to walk out from the depression?
I never work out. I
No,
think
please.
it's different. I think I'm still inside it. I'm still on my way figuring some kind of right way to help me go out of this kind of situation.
Well,
Uh,
to my heart, I think you are very good. I don't see you as a depression lady. I think you
yeah,
did it great. You did it great. I mean, you keep studying, you keep working, keep working, trying to figure out ways to do better. So I think you actually done better, and you do much better than before. Maybe you just didn't
yeah,
realize.
it's just the situation you are talking about is when I am in good situation, but not when I was in a bad situation. I think people who have depression, they will know, like when they are in the sunshine like me now, they are really happy, but they only they themselves know about that what will happen if they are in a downside of the mood. And yeah.
So don't worry, we can leave it later, and let's be good at the moment first. I think you have done good. So mentioned about study in Singapore. What's different between Singapore school and Shenzhen school? What's the big difference?
um, Actually, I think the difference is a lot. So, uh, I think like when I was studying in Shenzhen, I think a lot of as the Chinese saying goes, that you can treat your teachers as exactly just as your friend, right? But I think most of the students, when I mean in Chinese school, when they it's I think there are still like it's a little bit hard for them to actually treat their teachers like friends, right? Because some teachers, because the age difference and the reputation of the teachers will make students a little bit afraid of like making friends with them. But when I was in Singapore, I met this. I think she's amazing. One of my lecturer. She is 40, uh, and she's single, and she's a very bright person. She, we sometimes will have a cup of coffee with her, and everything is just so casually, and every time that something makes me feel impressive is that she is not only the person who teaches you on class, but at the same time she can be your friends in your life too. Like when we have some like problems with our lives, like personal life, and you tell her and she will give you like how she see the things, and she won't make you feel uncomfortable with that. She makes you feel like it's just a friend giving out her advice and suggestion. Yeah.
So I
So
think
the
like big
relation,
cultural difference, huh?
yeah, cultural difference. I think so. Yeah.
I think because when we were young, or even right now, we say we need to respect our teachers. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they are here, you are here, and you must say
Yeah.
hi,
Yeah.
good morning, and then always be very respect. Only except
Yeah.
the sound, like the Japanese. But
Yeah, and one thing that makes me really impressive is that in Singapore they will give you the teacher's resume, right? They will tell you like which university she graduated, and and the resume will tell you like after she graduated which famous firms she worked, so that she can become so that she has her own reputation now. And at that time, we didn't. On her resume, it writes she used to work in large international firms. She do auditing, and and all of us just know like maybe she's just literally just some kind of large international, but finally we realized that she's actually working in the big four. And I'm not sure whether you know about the big four. It's the accountancy firms, big four, and she's already like this. The position in the company is like this, but none of us
very
know
low
because
key, huh?
yeah, because she used to share she used to share us some of her little stories when she was just work into the when she's just started in accountancy industry. She tells us like how hard it is for her, and some funny stories happen to her as well. But we don't know that she herself is already a boss now, and she has a lot of subordinates. But none of
Wow.
us see that. Yeah, she just doesn't give you the kind of strict. Yeah,
I see. Yeah, we can see from the very big difference. And that's how you
yeah,
got depressed before when you were in
yeah,
Shenzhen, right? Huh. Wow, that's a great move. You moved to Singapore. Yeah, it could be a way to save the
yeah, yeah.
depression.
Yeah, and I'm still keep in touch with her even though I'm in China. We are still keep in touch.
And that's good. That's good. Yeah, like a good
Yeah,
friend. That's that's
yeah,
uh, that's great. Yeah, I also have a
yeah,
lot of older people as my friends, and I feel grateful for that.
yeah.
They always give many very great smart advisors. Uh, hmm. So, and did you meet your friends in Shenzhen when you were in Singapore?
I do miss them. I do miss them. Yeah, and I think we sometimes will do some kind of like video talking when I was in Singapore. Yeah, because I was alone by myself in Singapore the whole year. So, and the year that I was in Singapore is exactly is exactly when the COVID first started. Is
Ah,
2000 2020. Yeah,
Do
when
you
the
have any,
COVID.
to get this started, do you have any interesting stories you are impressive you can share with us when you moved to Singapore? How did you overcome the challenges?
Um, I think there are not much funny stories to share, but because during the year I stayed there, it's COVID and it's the most severe period. So at Singapore also locked down for almost 4 months. So nobody out for entertainment. Everything just shut down. But so for me, I still remember the time that sometimes me and my friend, I mean, after the shutdown, me and my friends, we just found a small cafe and we stayed there to study together. And sometimes we'll book a movie like around 7 p.m. Then after we finish out the studying, we just go straight to the cinema and enjoy ourselves in the cinema.
And very simple but nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So, do you meet any challenges when you were in Singapore? What were the big challenges?
I think the biggest challenge is I'm not sure for other people, but for me, it's actually, when because I was all alone, and sometimes I have to deal with the loneliness. And seeing my friends in Singapore, she has her family to take care of her, but look at me, I like nobody is taking care of me. The only person who can take a good care of me is myself. So, and I think the biggest challenge is when you live in the house and when the air con start to leak. It's the small problems in life, and it's like this kind of little stuff, and you don't know who you can ask for help, and you have to tolerate with it, and until you find a way to solve it.
I want to hug you. I felt the loneliness. Like a little girl walking on the street only by herself. And
Yeah, that's true.
when she back home go back to the dormitory still yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't live in a dormitory when I was in Singapore. I live with the house lady. Yeah, I rented one of the apartments, but with the landlady, the landlord. Yeah,
So how
she's
do
quite
you? Yeah,
she's quite
how?
mean.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we
she's
cut this
quite
part.
mean. Yeah,
We'll
yeah, we
cut
can
this
cut
part.
this. Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. It seems like think, yeah, I can feel that a little young lady outside always on your own, just to study, and but you're also lucky you got the very good teacher as a friend, as
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
mentioned. So I think sometimes we meet some people, some of them give us a warm heart, and will make us feel better.
Yeah.
So, so what's your hardest time when you were in school?
And that was in my
How did you
school
overcome it? Or can you share like a moment, which is
that
when you were in Singapore? How did
I
you
think it's the
overcome?
time that I think it's the time that I finally book a plane ticket way back to China, because the situation is a bit severe at that time. The thing is that I finished out my exams, but I need to, but the course that I study in China, is different. So I have to, when I finish all the exams, I need to wait for the certificate to prove that you are actually graduated from this course. So I was waiting for the certificate, but I wanted to go back to China as soon as possible, but my passport outdated, expired. So, Singapore, very traditional way. We have to bought a letter envelope. We have to bought an envelope, and we have to put our old passport and our old detailed information into that envelope, and we have to, throw it into a postal, very ancient way. You have to find a postal to, the postcode, everything, and your address, and when your new passport issued, they will, deliver it back to your. So it's very traditional way, because I think in China you can just do it online, right? But no, they don't. They don't even have the online one. You have to do that everything by the envelope and you post it into the postal. And it takes one to I think around 2 weeks, 7 working days for them to get reply to you. So I was waiting.
Was it
And
from the Chinese embassy in Singapore, or it's just the
yeah,
Singapore? Oh, so the
no,
Chinese
it's
embassy.
the Chinese embassy. Everything will be easier if it's just Singapore's one. It will be easier. China, yeah. So and
Not
the
really. By the pandemic time, everything is hard.
yeah, everything is hard. Everything is hard. That's true. And the worst situation is that I got my toothache,
Oh,
and it was like I was that I cannot eat anything. I cannot literally eat anything, and it was like crying. It's like too painful, and because the tooth, it's actually connected to your nerves, right? So when it hurts,
yeah,
it
that's
really hurts. So I have to and I don't know how to deal with that. In Singapore, if you go to the medical, it's gonna cost you this.
yeah, a lot.
So so what I did is I took a lot of painkillers, and I just I just go and took a lot of painkillers, and finally, yeah. And I also got fever. I had a fever at 2 a.m.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like very I don't know how to describe my feelings back that time. Yeah. And so I was really, really happy when I received my new passport, and I was telling my mom, you can just go right away and book a plane ticket for me as soon as possible. I cannot stay this place anymore.
And so finally you got it and you flew back.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel really happy when I received the plane ticket information. Like, yeah, it's
And
good
the
to
first
know that.
thing when you arrive here is to fix your teeth.
No, I didn't fix it. I think it doesn't happen again after I get back.
Well, so it's just automatically healed itself.
Yes, I think it's just because I got too anxious, and and when I feel
It could be.
anxious, yeah, it also comes a little bit depressed as well. So everything triggers some different symptoms. I don't know. Yeah,
Ah,
but
it could be. It could be. I
yeah,
used to read a book that said sometimes our body connected to our nerves, or
yeah,
when we have mental issues, it will reflect it to our body. But congratulations, finally you got back, and things,
yeah,
and we are free now. So you are
yeah,
good. Yeah, good. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And so when you back to Shenzhen, what were you saying? Sorry, let me think about it. About your, I still wanted to go back to your depression part because right now you just quickly went up. You mentioned that you even tried to suicide, killing yourself. That must be really big strike on you by them. So
Yeah, it is.
what what happened after this thing? to make you back to like a very open-minded and very sunshine girl? Can you recall
Well,
something happened good, beautiful?
n- I think I was originally a person who is quite open-minded and sunshine from other people's point of view. They always think that I'm on a bright side of life, but I think I don't really know how to explain this because sometimes things happen. It just happen like that. So I think when I am not in the depression way, I'm just a bright side and open-minded person. Yeah. I split my life quite clearly, depression and happy. So when I'm happy, I'm like
Very simple.
this. Yeah. But when I'm in
Either happy,
depression,
either suffering.
yes.
That's a very unique way to divide our life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what is your ideal life? Let's say after 10 years.
Have a lot of money and
Uh-huh.
retired.
Hmm.
Maybe I
Everybody's
can.
a dream.
Yeah. I know that's everybody's dream. So that I can focus on what I really love to do. I want to learn psychology, and I want to be an author as well. I want to write novels. Yeah. I think as long as you have money, you can go and do everything you wanted to do. there are yeah, there are less limits.
Mm. So, you just mentioned so we can have some money and do things we love, right? So
Yeah.
imagine now you already have a pile of money. Let's say 10 million, is that okay? 10 million. And
Yeah.
how will you spend your money or your time?
Um, I think I will just I will just go directly to UK and study psychology, and I will study until I got a PhD, and then I come out and be a psychologist. I once made a wish. It's a bit of I don't know. I when I first realized that my problem is depression, and I realized there are a lot of people around me that they have the same issue, and there are more and more all around the world, people have this kind of issue. And I know there are definitely a lot of people that they are exactly suffering from depression, bipolar depression, and any mental issues they have right now. So one time, because I did suicide for many times, and one time is very severe, and I told myself, as long as I survive from this, and no matter what, someday at some point, I will go back to learn psychology and to use my own power to help as many people as possible. That people who are the same like me, that people who are still suffering. I know I may not heal them completely, but at least I can help them. I can make them feel a little bit better right at the moment, and that is enough for me.
Yeah, because you know them, you used to be there.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So you see, I said you used to be there. You say yeah.
Yeah.
So you see.
No. I am still one of them. Sometimes, from time to time.
So why? So you just mentioned if you learn psychology is that because you want to help the other who are in a similar who were in a similar situation like yours, right? Hmm. That's good. That's good. So, how will you spend your money to help them?
I think a donation will be directly.
Wow, wow, you are very
Yeah.
generous and great.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the most direct way to to help, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. So, are you also learning like about the psychologist? Are you also on the way of learning it?
No, way further than that.
We found maybe you can start with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I can.
Oh,
I
I
think
mean,
I think just purely reading some psychology book doesn't give me the entire psychology scope. So I am actually reading a lot psychology books, but that doesn't mean I am, like know it enough.
I'd like to ask you a deep question. So, what are the meaning of life to you?
It's nothing. Sorry,
Hmm.
sorry, sorry.
Well,
Apologize for the talk.
I- don't worry, no rush. You can think deeply.
What
Or
is the
let's
meaning
say,
of life? Wow, that is deep. And I
you don't
think you
have
are,
to. You don't have
and
to answer it.
I think you asked the wrong person. Oh, okay.
Let me change the question. What do you do will make you feel like very happy or bring you full of joy?
People give me money.
Sorry, sorry.
people, people offer me money.
People of you, so what do you do? Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
What else?
sorry, sorry,
I'll
sorry.
ask
I'm
you
just kidding.
question.
I'm just kidding. Actually, most
I know.
most of the time is reading of course. But sometimes when me my because like what I previously mentioned, I like to write some poems, some novels, some essays during my spare time. So when I write a poem and I share it with one of my friends, and any of them say that this is good, this is so touching, this is just go straight into my soul. And when they say this, I will feel extremely happy.
You see, you do have a purpose of life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. Every person they have a purpose of life. It's just whether they realize or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think well, I think we don't need to think about the depressed. Sometimes if you don't think about it, it doesn't make a difference. You are such a brave girl and you love learning, you're full of energy, and you are happy. You bring many good things to people. I think you just need to bring in your heart and don't need to think about it. I'm a depressed person. You won't. You really don't. And you can bring many things to people. I think we just need to believe in ourselves and acknowledge our value. Maybe
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
just to change the environment when you feel bad, depressed.
Yeah.
So, among your best friends, what do they describe about you? Do you, or if they say, if you use some words or phrases,
Pardon. Can
um,
you like?
and that's okay, that's okay. Okay, if you are an opposite, what would you regard yourself as? If you imagine you are an object, and what will you regard yourself as?
Yeah. So regarding myself as an
Like
object,
an object, let's say, for me, like nutritious, sweet, juicy apple. Because, let's say, imagine if I were let's say, my friends, they will describe me as red fire, as a red of red fire, and always very juicy to the others, and climbing the Avril mountain,
I
keep moving.
when we were in middle school, me and me and few of my best friends, we were discussing like this kind of questions as well. And one of them, I think this answer is pretty interesting. He said that I am a I am more like a sweet potato
Sweet
because
potato.
yeah, he said even though it is ugly,
No,
it
you're a
is
cute potato.
and but it is very helpful during the eager age. People eat them to survive. It gives people energy.
Do you agree?
So I at that time yes. When I am not depressed, yes. When I am depressed, no. When I am depressed, I have no energy.
Mm. Maybe when you're depressed, you just remember the acne, didn't remember the useful part. Mm.
Yeah.
I think we just need to always, like the leaf, always grow towards the sunshine and the good part, and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great. You've been done great. How to say?
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I just can't imagine that you say that you keep saying that you're a depression girl. I feel you're really, really. What I see is a hardworking, hard studying girl who loves poem, who has her own sense of art towards art and loves literature and
Yeah.
very, very frank. You are a very honest person and you are very brave. When I asked
Yeah.
you,
Thank you.
would you like to do this interview? You were like, okay, yeah. You didn't. You wouldn't say, I don't want my depression to know to the others because
I
sometimes the
think
people will be free.
yeah, yeah. I think there is nothing to hide. People people have big or small, like mental issues by themselves. You just they sometimes they are trying to tell them that this is not true, but I know me. I know me. It's okay to let people know I don't mind.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
good. It's good to share.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And to know ourselves is the life goal. I think we need to know ourselves, and then we can do better to how to deal how let's say how to cope with the people around us to make a better
Yeah.
environment for this world, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let's say something relaxing. And if you have a chance now, what country you want to go the best?
Still UK. UK. I just mentioned that I wanted to go to UK. Yeah, UK will be my choice.
So what makes you want to go there?
Because I love literature. I love literature, and I think the classical literature like Shakespeare, and they are all from UK. And my favorite female authors, they are all from UK. Some of them they are feminists. Some of them they what they write just so attracted me. And I think Europe, I mean this place, they also have a long time history and it deserves people to discover and to figure it out.
Mm. So speaking about the poem, can you share with us like a couple most impressive ones, right?
What
The very impressive poem
that
sentences
I that
you
I've
like.
written?
Mhm.
Let me check. I can't really think of. I need to check.
Yeah, yeah, no
What did
worries.
I? Oh, okay, maybe this one. Just a sentence, right?
Hmm.
I think it's a short paragraph, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Paragraph was okay. Good.
Destiny keeps its mouth. Serendipity is always on its silence. When I cross the river of everything, after hurt, bleed, sacrificed, I can only see you standing in the end of the world, burning fire on fire.
Mm.
Yeah,
I heard the love.
yeah,
So maybe just love is the life purpose. Yeah, at least for the author.
yeah, yeah.
Love is the word that can help us live through the miserable times.
Yes, yes, it is.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. That's nice. Well, so if you can go back to your younger time, what would you like to say to yourself? Let's say your high school time, back to the miserable time.
I will tell her that love that life is tough. Life is super tough, and this rule applies for everyone in this world, not only you. But the key point is that always remember who you are and always be who you are. And apart from that, always remember to take you as you are, whoever you are. And that's how you can survive later.
You already break through it. You have broke through it. I think you done good. You done great. Yeah, yeah. That's really not easy. When we were young, we were vulnerable. And all those bad words, all those cold faces will make us really feel miserable. But I believe once we went through it, then we can do better in the future. And let's say if we met the same situation, we can understand ourselves better. So, we will have better time than the normal people because we already been there, right? So I believe that you will make much better in the future and have a great, shiny future yourself.
Yeah, I hope so.
So let's say if you could travel, you could time travel, go to the future, and let's say after 10 years, yeah, we just mentioned it, but I still want to ask, what would you like to know about your senior Sapphire? What questions would you ask your parents? Would you
Are
want
you rich now?
to know? What would you want to tell about the current Sapphire?
I will ask her, are you rich by now? No, kidding. Maybe I will ask her. I think there is one thing that I wanted to know myself. Is that I want to ask her, are you still struggling with life itself? Are you still struggling with a life, with death, with all the philosophy questions? Do you have an answer for that, or and whether you are still struggling with who you are, with and how you are doing? I think I really care about how she feels at that time, that she still feels very suffering. I hope she's happier and having a easier life at that time. Truly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine now you are in your ideal lifetime 10 years later. Yeah. So what do you hope it be like? Can you imagine like your day, like your typical day, like your ideal life? What do you love?
Yeah. Mm, I think at that time I don't have to care more about people around me. I mean, I mean about their negative. I mean the negative side, because sometimes people around me they will also bring you some negativity as well. That's true. That's actually true. Yeah. So I hope at that time, with the ideal life I have, I hope I can just make myself feel easier with those negativity. And when I met some other negativity power from any other people, I could just be, yeah, I could just be like, I can just treat them like a wind. When they blow, but they just gone. They won't stay. Yeah.
Mm.
I think, yeah, because I, I need to admit that still from now I am still a little bit caring. I still care about people around me, their negative, sometimes their negative power. Because sometimes when they say something negative, it will influence me. And I know this is my weakness. I take I take care too much of negative power from people around me, from anywhere. And I hope at that time I could do this better.
Mm. I heard that you want to be independent, be strong.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Be independent and strong enough to tell other people nonsense. You are talking about nonsense.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's cool. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Mm. Have you ever seen anybody like that in your life? Like a really strong heart, fully in themselves?
I mean, in my life, do I have this kind of person?
Do
Yeah,
you
I
see
think so.
anybody who is she
Yes,
or he?
uh, I think the first person will be my mom, and the second person will be my boyfriend. Yeah,
Ah, so you already got two very brave people around you.
yeah. There are many things that I can learn from them, from both of them. Yeah.
Mm. So think about them. If the similar things happen to, let's say, your mom, what do you think she will do? Let's say if
She
all
will
the
just
negative messages come, what she will do?
she will just laugh at it and tell them to go away.
Mm. What she will say? Can you like imitate her? 对，模仿一下
No, I
，mimic
don't think I
mimic
can
her。
imitate.
嗯
Oh well, because my mom and I we are in a different personality. I cannot really do exactly like her.
，let me
You
try，let
know, she sometimes
me
yeah
try。
she will just tell them to think about who they are first.
Mm. Okay, you are the bad guys. You say something bad to me. I think we have the same lesson. Let me try to
I'm
help myself to grow. Okay, what other people
I'm
say to
not
you when they say?
elaborate other people. They think that I'm too weakness. They say that I'm too weakness, too emotional, and most of the time they think that I do nothing around. I didn't do anything useful.
Now let's try it. You think about it and let me let me break them heart. Come on, come on, come on.
So
Okay.
I treat you like me, right? And
Yes.
I treat
I now
other people.
I was Sapphire now.
Why are you being so weak? That other people saying a little bit negative things about you, you just cry around and start to hide away from people. What's wrong with you?
Mind your own business. Get the out of here.
Yeah, this is good.
Come on, more. Right?
Okay. Some people think that I'm a little bit. Look at yourself. You should go and lose some weight.
I love being fat. I love to eat. None of your business. None of your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think you are doing it very well.
And because I have the similar lessons as you, and I just learned some skills to overcome them, and I think I did it good. Yeah, maybe I would like to invite you to have a try. Now I am the person to. Now I am the person to. Let's say to look down to you. Yeah, try what I just said. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. I will show.
Try.
Uh-huh.
Why you are so shitty? You make such better school.
Well, that's my choice and that's my way, not your way.
Louder, louder. I didn't feel the power. Louder. Come on. Again.
I'm an introverted person. I don't want to do this.
Mm.
I think people they have their own way to deal with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
think I think you're very brave. You're very brave. You have actually I in my heart I'm already clapping for you. I think you are trying. This,
yeah, yeah.
the, I think the conscious when we realize that, and then we are already improving ourselves. This is actually very typical. Like people like me, I really care about the people who talking about things, negative things about me. When I was young, my mom beat me a lot, and I have to be really careful to always care about how did she feel today. Is she happy? Is she unhappy? I need to be really careful, otherwise I will stop. So I must be always checking her emotions. So it will make me feel very sensitive. And
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
I
walk
got
out,
it.
I see people the same way. I really worry about people being unhappy. It will remind me the miserable when I was as a child towards my mom. So all those bad words or the bad images will remind me my miserable and my childhood. So I think it's actually a kind of childhood scar. But once I break through it, I feel great. I am myself a good example. 'Cause my people around me said I already changed a lot. I used to be like that, but right now, like people say something, I just ignore from my heart deep inside. I just like who you are. Why do you judge me? I like myself. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I think I'm great. And I don't need you to criticize me. So even if I myself think they are saying good for me to improve, I will I will just okay. Thanks for your advice, and then I improve myself later. But if I disagree, I just say thank you. But deep inside, I will say you have your way, I do my way. Everybody's different, right? So
Yeah,
every
yeah.
potato grows different. Some potato is big, some potato is in a thin shape. But as long as they are useful to the world and we enjoy ourselves, I believe that you will overcome the obstacles and be the truly you.
Yes,
What do you think
yes.
about your mom and your boyfriend? I think they did a great job. And just be
Yes,
with
they
these
did.
powerful people will help you gradually overcome those uncomfortable feelings because it's really do nothing good to you, right? Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Um, I believe that we can just live our life in different ways. Let's say if every day I just do what I love, and all the people around me love me. They love me. They give me love, and I'm doing things I like. I love. Those are great. But if some people, random people come and they criticize me, they judge me. Who are you? Who are you, right?
Yeah, yeah. You're the one who judge. Yeah.
Yeah, you they judge them. You don't know me, and I
Yeah.
like this, you like that. This is different, different attitude towards life, different feeling. some people love his favorite, some people like my favorite. So it's very normal. So yeah, I believe that come to me more if you feel like you love me, and I hope that we can all do better in the
Yeah,
future.
sure, sure, sure.
Mm, that's great. That's great. I hope you like the today's conversation.
Yeah, I
How do
like
you
it.
feel? How do you feel right now?
I, I feel I need some beauty camp to cover my big face.
You feel what? Sorry.
I feel like I need some beauty camp because Zoom has the beauty camp, but I don't know how to do with it. This is my first time to do on WeChat channel, so I don't really know how to. Yeah, but okay, I think yeah, today's conversation is pretty good. Yeah,
Mm.
is it's all about me. This is weird because this is a live stream and I've never done this before. Yeah.
I saw someone is jumping, have a jumping penguin on the screen. Well, don't worry about it. The WeChat cam living stream has very beautiful face, and I can see that you are really a girl who is chasing for art, beauty, and you have your own standard of good things. I think it's good. I think you just need to keep being yourself, just doing
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
love and being with people you love. Then you're totally fine.
yeah, yeah.
Or even great. You speak really good English. I really envy about your English. And deep inside, I think your face is very cute.
Thank you for that.
It's cute. Even if you lose some weight, maybe not looked so 圆润的 not so rounded. will will a pretty face doesn't need any beauty care. Yeah, Nemo said, wonderful. Pretty face doesn't need any beauty care. Thank you, Nemo. Yeah, thank you, Nemo. I have the same feeling.
Yeah.
And your earrings also very beautiful though. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You
Yeah.
give people the feeling like give me the feeling of you reminded me about the lion, you know, like the king in the forest have power, and you are very like a noble tradition. How to say? 我们说高贵的那个豹纹 you give me that feeling like you are a very luxury bag with a very luxury leather.
Oh. Okay.
I think you just need to be more need to have more conversation with people to net to yourself to be seen with the better people, not those criticize the people. Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Criticize too
Yes.
much, just get rid of them from your life.
Yes. Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, because we in the very beginning we said that the time is 1 hour, so
Yeah.
thank you very much for all your sharing, and you are such a great girl. You also tell us a lot, frankly about all your thoughts, and I think that you are doing great. Thank you very
Yeah.
much
Thank
for
you.
your time.
You're you're doing pretty good as well. I like your personality.
It's great.
Outgoing,
Got a new friend.
extroverted. Yeah, extroverted. I admire and envy of your extroverted side.
Oh, you have it inside too. You just need some time. You just need some time.
Yeah.
You do. I love your smile.
Okay, thank you.